Hey y'all, Mrs.E here, and for episode 25 of our Outer Worlds playthrough, we're gonna do a little different, like we do every time we have like a massive story change. I'm gonna show you all the options, and then the last option is the option that we're siding with for the purposes of this playthrough. Hope you enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts and feedback in the comments below, and enjoy. Alright, so this one we are siding with Stellar Bay, meaning siding with Sanjar. Going with the corporations.
If the iconoclasts reach that ship first, there won't be any chance for a peaceful monarch.
I may have already got it.
I don't suppose you've found the targeting module yet?
I did.
I've sent patrols, but they're running into trouble with the iconoclasts.
Well, you know, that's what happens when they don't like each other. It's all yours, buddy.
Excellent. At last, we have what we need.
Yes.
I wouldn't get excited just yet, sir.
I like her.
It looks like the iconoclasts followed you. I have word they're gathering in the ruins outside of town.
That's funny. Well, if they want to fight, we'll give them one.
Ooh, I just got goosebumps. You really know how to sell that, don't you?
Sanjar, you make me laugh.
Maybe you could, teach me how you do that.
No, probably
Sir?
not.
I doubt this is the time.
Definitely not.
Right. I'll lock the south gate to keep them out. You'll have to approach from the north. Good luck.
Good luck. Good luck. Alrighty. So basically, what happens is we need to go to the left. However, the door's locked because all the iconoclasts are there, hanging out. So we're gonna go around. We have to go around this way. So much fun. Alrighty. So we go through here. We see MSI, which is actually really cool. What I did enjoy about finishing on this end is you're not finishing by yourself. You very much have their soldiers, the MSI soldiers, help you essentially fight the entire way. So as you can see, we're kind of skipping everything. They are fighting right now. That whole area is covered in soldiers from the iconoclast, and then you can kind of see we're doing like a little sneaky on them. There we go. And these ones aren't too horrible. I didn't find them to be ridiculously hard to beat. I didn't have to edit out any deaths. I feel like that's a really important call out. Oh, alright, so these guys are pretty good. You do have to just keep going through. There are multiple instances where you run into the MSI and the iconoclast fighting. But every time you run in, like I was saying before, it's really cool because every time you run into an area where the iconoclasts are going to be, the MSI soldiers are already there fighting them most of the time. So we can just kind of go through, take care of them. Anybody in there? Nope. And you're right here. That's right. Oh, on you guys. I love this weapon. I love it so much. I love that it makes people be on your side. Just get the robots on our side. Kind of keep him as a little meat shield without actually being a meat type creature. The only downside is whenever you have to reload, it kind of kills me. Sometimes. I think I've gotten hurt pretty bad. I don't think I've died when the game or when the audio is reloaded. So we keep fighting through, and of course check for the loot. It's also not a very long. I found that all of the endings were all pretty short. You also, this is always fun. So now here we're ending back up at the like the church area. I guess I always like to call it the Scientology church. Just kind of looking around, seeing in, and they really didn't. I don't believe they even had anybody on the outside. I think everybody was on the inside, just kind of waiting for you to come take over. But this is their little base that they've come down to. And if you see it, everybody's just kind of chilling in here. They're not really fighting outside. They're just kind of waiting for you to come in and fight them. So we're fighting some more. Come on, let's keep fighting. There we go. Alright, so now everybody's done in here. Again, fairly straightforward. Pretty easy. That's all you gotta do is just kill everybody. You don't really have to do too much else. This one is probably, in my opinion, this was the fastest and easiest. If you're just trying to move on with your game. You pretty much just have to make sure that Zora is gone, and as well as the other guy. So you're good to go. Or Graham, I'm sorry. So Graham and Zora are gone. So now we go back to Sanjar.
Warning! Rock stuck in tread. Warning! Twig stuck in tread.
Oh lord.
You're back.
Of course.
And in one piece. Does
Really?
this mean you, I mean we, won?
I
We
won.
did indeed, sir.
Not we, I.
Can't believe it. Not that I'm really surprised, but, well, maybe a little. You did it. I mean, we did it.
I like that he acknowledges that it's us. I hope you use the opportunity to make the most of things for Monarch.
Oh, I certainly will. Between our reinstatement on the board and the gain of this ship, we'll usher in a new age of prosperity for the people of Monarch.
I'm right glad to hear it, Mr. Sanjar. Folks around here could use a good turn.
And perhaps in time, I can use my position on the board to turn things around for the rest of Halcyon.
They could certainly, sure. Let me know how that goes.
I shall. Perhaps I'll write you a brief. Anyhow, thank you. And good luck to you.
You're welcome. Bye. Yep, so like I said, that one took less than 10 minutes to complete. And that's honestly just because MSI does a great job shooting everything. So now, we're gonna rewind, and we are gonna side with Amber Heights. And I'm saying we're siding with Zora, and we will see why we are siding with Zora and not with Graham.
Captain, we should chat. Graham's got the right idea, but he isn't the right guy to execute it.
I agree.
I don't even think he's motivated by philosophism anymore. I think he's just guilt-ridden. I can't believe I'm even saying this, but I keep going over and over it in my head, and the only way I see the Iconoclast surviving is we depose him.
I'm with you there. Let's go talk to him.
Okay. Deep breaths. This is what's best, Zora. Time to save Monarch.
Now, if you're not sure why of this, I did do a previous episode. Basically, Zora sent us out to go find some information, and we find out that Graham is guilty of a few things. If you would like to check out that episode, you can check it out here.
Captain, you must
And
be
there we
back
go.
with the access codes to our new ship.
Graham, we need to talk.
We have work to do.
Sounds
This
like a
isn't the time
breakup.
for one of our spats.
They're like an old married couple. I'm sorry, Graham, but, you know, stand down. Zora's
What?
taking over.
Zora,
You're running the Iconoclast into the ground, and I don't believe it'll get better after we take Stellar Bay.
Probably
The
not.
troops take orders from me already, and you've brought me as far as you can down the eternal path. It's time to step down.
the troops. Listen to you. This isn't an army. They aren't soldiers. They're believers.
You're
followers.
using them like they're
They
soldiers,
pick up
though.
a gun because you tell them to, not because they want to. And you, Captain, after all you've done for me, for us, you throw behind this mutinous blasphemer?
I mean, she's got the best interests of the Iconoclast at heart. Why wouldn't we do
I
that?
built this movement from the ground up. I've brought freedom to Monarch, and all these years later, we're still free.
I joined because I believed that you were in it for the Iconoclasts. That you wanted nothing more than to bring freedom to Halcyon. That you were selfless. But I know the truth now, Graham. I know what happened in Amber Heights. You didn't start this movement because you wanted to save us. You wanted to save yourself.
No.
Pretty much. You don't seek enlightenment, you just feel guilty about it. At least don't lie to yourself.
Guilty? I didn't mean for them to die. I'm not a monster. Of course I feel fucking guilty. I've spent years atoning for my sins. I've studied. meditated, taught. I built the iconoclasts so that any man could cast away his past for a fresh start.
That's your answer, Graham? You needed a fresh start? After all those innocent lives? I'm sorry. I believed in you once. I did. But it's over. Stand down.
I won't. What happened back then was a mistake, and the colony has moved on. This is my movement. These are my people. If you want to lead them, you'll have to kill me.
I mean, let's just get it over with. It's not
Please.
necessary at all.
Don't make me do this, Graham.
If this is where my path ends, I accept it. But as long as I draw breath, I will not abandon them.
So be it.
Cut!
So be it. Wow, what a line. What a line, Zora. So be it. Girl. Oh.
Well, Captain, here we are.
Yep.
Killed a lot of people in the name of the iconoclasts, and it never feels right. But this time, it's especially wrong.
Yeah.
You got the...
See that.
Void, help me. I'll never remember what that thing is called. The device from the ship. Do you have it?
Yeah, the targeting module. Here, let's just finish this.
Glad to have you on our side, Captain. I'll need a moment to prepare before I send the troops out. I'm sure you'll see them on the road. Good luck.
Alrighty. Well, alright. With this, we now are just gonna go attack Stellar Bay. There's no, the interesting thing I found in this side through is that Stellar Bay isn't really coming after us directly. You don't hear any intel of it. They pretty much just go straight out, like, hey, let's just go take out Stellar Bay. Because obviously they're probably, like, pre-planning to come for us anyways. Whereas with the Stellar Bay ending, they clearly say, like, the iconoclasts are here. We need to get them. So, and very similar to the Stellar Bay one, you see MSI here fighting, and the iconoclasts are all over this road to take everything out, which is pretty cool. Another thing I may or may not have done, I don't think it was here, is, I think at one point I hurt one of the iconoclasts. They were showing as an enemy for some reason. Alright, but this way is also, from what I found, it was a little bit longer to go this way. You actually, whenever this happened, yeah, there it is. In this particular playthrough, one thing I did notice that I found kind of odd was that, or not odd, I'm sorry, you can't fast travel into, Stellar Bay for obvious reasons. So I thought that was kind of interesting. They took that ability away, so you really are forced to run the entire way fighting the MSI soldiers with the iconoclasts supporting you. And again, we are leveling up before we reach the final area, so that's pretty cool. So you still definitely level up with both. The other interesting thing, and we are getting to the main area, is here we are actually not heading towards the church on the south ruins.
This one's mine!
Get out of the way. Seriously, I thought I just killed you. That's alright, that works. So we're actually not going towards where the church is. The Church of Scientology, as I like to refer to it. I mean, technically, if you were siding with the iconoclast, you could probably skip if you ran around instead of actually following the road. If you ran in the kind of the little side areas that have a lot of monsters in them, you'd basically just be fighting another battle more than likely. I didn't see, oddly enough, I didn't actually see any mantisaurs or stuff like that while I was fighting. I was kind of surprised because Because normally, running on the roads, you see the animals. Yeah, there was just none of that. So we're running up here into Stellar Bay. As mentioned previously, the doors are locked for us. So we aren't going to run up there that way. And then also, you can tell, like, we're running past the church right now. There's nobody in the church, which is kind of an interesting call-out, and you'll see why when we do our side throughs with the neutral ending, in my opinion. As it's kind of interesting, you have to run actually like all the way around to the other ruins for this. All right, yeah, let's just keep running. Just keep running. Just keep running. So here we are here. We're just gonna kind of skip that little sideline again. Like I said before, it's not, you know, the Iconoclasts and the MSI soldiers will fight each other regardless. So if you're there, obviously the battle has more survivors of whichever faction you're siding with. And then when we get over here, so we have the commanders over here. We have, everybody is outside of the gate, which is something that I found very interesting. So their gates are locked and you cannot fast travel in, but then they meet you outside. So we're just gonna destroy everybody. We're good. And then we have Sanjar outside the gates, which I thought was pretty interesting because he was a corporate overlord. I was very interested that he was out here, whereas you would think, no, we've played with Sanjar, we've talked to Sanjar, so we know he would be one to go outside and die with his people, so I thought that was kind of respectable. Whereas when Graham and Zora, when you kill them, the first one, you expected them to be there because of how the Iconoclasts are. I was kind of surprised to see Sanjar out here originally. So now that we've taken over everything, Stellar Basie's locked to us, so we're going to head back to Amber Heights.
Who is it?
Error. Unable to process the specific designated
And talk to
caregivers.
Zora.
We've done it. We're it. We are Monarch now. Halcyon isn't gonna know what hit them.
Pretty much.
I wish Graham were here to see this.
So what now? I mean,
We need to lick our wounds. Settle in. Meditate.
meditate. I mean, what's next for the Iconoclast, though?
I'm not sure. A lot of resting. At some point, we'll figure out how we're going to spread the word to the rest of the colony. That's a ways off yet.
Yeah. Congratulations. I'll leave you to it.
Thank you, Captain.
So that is the bittersweet ending of the Iconoclast, siding with them. Now, we are gonna Stellar Bay and Amber Heights just this once. Everyone lives.
Who's the sweetest boy? Who?
If you've seen that episode of Doctor
Unable
Who,
to
then
process
you
the
know what that
specific
is.
designated caregivers service request. Please repeat the order.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, I love.
If the
Furlong
Iconoclasts
together.
reach that ship first, there won't be any chance for a peaceful monarch.
So we
I
repeat
don't suppose
this whole
you've
part
found the
again
targeting
with
module
Sanjar.
yet. I've sent patrols, but
However,
they're running into trouble with the Iconoclasts.
Instead of that, we're gonna say, could you agree to a truce with the Iconoclasts?
They're all mad. And what's more, they left us. I
Well-
don't see any way for us to work together.
I read your review, Sanjar. You can't do this alone.
Not this again.
Remember what we practiced, sir.
Yes. The words in those reviews were very hurtful, but they do not define me. I am a mantipillar, and my will is my cocoon. I can emerge and become whatever I wish.
Oh, that's all good, but you're good with details, but you could use someone who sees, you know, the bigger picture. Oh, goodness.
You two?
She has a point, sir. And it's not
Aw.
all bad.
Supposing you're right, who exactly would you have me work with? The Iconoclasts are not the most compromising sorts.
What about Graham's second in command, Zora?
That's an interesting suggestion. I confess I don't know much about her except that she worked for Rizzo. I'd be willing to consider it, but I need to see her review first.
Fine. Although I'm really curious as to
One can't
why.
be haphazard about these things. Besides, if you think her skills will complement mine, then we should see what those skills are.
Fine.
Excellent. Her review would be in the Rizzo offices in Cascadia. Bring it to me, and I'll see if she's qualified.
You'll see if she's qualified. Alright, I'll let you know when I made progress. So, now we are just going to go over to Cascadia. Let's give a little look-see around. Unfortunately for this quest, it was kind of weird trying to figure out the markers. And then I got confused a little bit. Because of the way it's hidden. So I'm going to show you the way not to go. And then I'll show you. But we do have to take out some of these things. I thought we had killed them all, but they might have just respawned later on. Oh, what am I on fire for? God, thank you. Okay, here we go.
Incoming!
Of course there's incoming. I really just don't have time to deal with these things. Okay, so originally I ran up here thinking that it was the terminal that was in this main office. Because we had previously explored this in another episode. And let's see here. Nope, you're still looking around and you don't see a terminal. So you're like, well, poo. So no. If you jump over, though, and you break your leg, just, you know, FYI, you have to actually go into the Rizzo's Corporation, which is on the first floor. So don't go up anything. Stay on the lower level. And then you go over to this terminal. This is the terminal that you need. So when you view the data, you have to view her information first for Zora. Do not promote beyond store manager. Okay, that's not Zora's. I was just being nosy to see what was going on with Cecil. So recommended for employee of the month. So she's obviously going to be a great pick for Sanjar, as that's something that he values. Knowing the corporation things. So then you have to go back into it, view the data, and then it gives you the option to export it. You have to see her review before you can export it. So now we have that. We're gonna go back to Sanjar.
Whoops, hold on there, Sam. You got some schmutz on your chassis.
Did your SAM unit get dirty on the job? Simply initiate SAM self-cleaning mode. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, nuh-uh. You keep that nozzle to your own self.
Alright.
Any luck bringing the Iconoclast to the bargaining table?
Really?
I don't like the idea that they'll be trying for that module while we delay.
You're a nerd. Alright, here is Zora's review. I need you to look at this.
Very well. I can't promise anything, but let's see what we have here. Well, it seems like she's actually very qualified. I wasn't expecting to say this, but if you can put her in charge and convince her to agree to a meeting, I'd be willing to discuss terms.
Very well. So, in this one, we're going to talk to Zora again. As previously in the episode, as I previously mentioned, you don't have the option to... Sam broke. We are siding with Zora regardless because of the previous episode.
Captain.
So this is
We
us
should
just
chat.
talking to Zora again.
Graham's got the right idea, but he isn't the right guy to execute it.
No, he's not.
I don't even think he's motivated by philosophism anymore.
No,
I think he's just guilt-ridden.
definitely the guilt.
Can't believe I'm even saying this, but I keep going over and over it in my head, and the only way I see the Iconoclast surviving is we depose him.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you.
Okay.
Let's go.
Deep breaths. This is what's best, Zora. Time to save Monarch.
I do feel bad for her. I feel bad for this choice for her because I do think that her and Graham were good friends. Now we are just gonna skip through this part again. Regardless, there's no neutral way to save him and make him back down. You have to kill him. Although I think on my very first playthrough, I didn't actually pull the trigger. They all kill him for you.
Well, Captain, here we are.
Yes.
Killed a lot of people in the name of the iconoclasts, and it never feels right. But this time, it's especially wrong. You've got the... Void held me. I'll never remember what that thing is called. The device from the ship. Do you have it?
Yeah, but hold on. I was thinking maybe you and Sanjar could join forces.
I've thought about it, but I think we're too far gone.
Did you really
Pulling
think about
Carlotta's
it,
support was crossing a line.
though? I don't think you really thought about it. Look, Sanjar has corporate resources, and you could use that to spread the message. Spread the message. You have multiple choices here, though. All of them pretty much lead to the same thing.
You know, Captain,
It's just how you
I never
persuade
thought
her.
about that. Maybe he could be taught the eternal truth. Spread the message from within the corporations.
Yeah.
All right. If he's willing to talk, I'll give him a chance.
Yeah, I've already spoken to him. He's totally agreed to meet.
Well then, I've got to prepare a few
I'm
just-in-case
efficient.
measures. But when you're ready, let's meet at the old OSI church outside Stellar Bay.
Alright, so we're going to the old OSI church. And look, we level up here. We didn't really even have to kill anybody. So it's a higher XP. So we're going back to that old OSI church. And that was what really interested me, is whenever you side with the iconoclasts, that Sanjar isn't in the
You
OSI
reckon
church.
smell ever goes
The
away?
iconoclasts, I feel like,
Maybe the
are
wind left the sea
very
first.
drawn to the OSI church for whatever reason. Whereas Sanjar was just kind of protecting the side on the other end. So now, whenever we go in here, we're going to notice these two guys seated next to across from each other. And it's
Hey,
very much set like a court.
Thanks for coming.
I wish I'd had more time to prepare a proper analysis on the costs and benefits of your proposed union, but I suppose we'll have to improvise.
You are such a flipping nerve. That's the spirit. Good job,
Gotta
Sanjar.
admit, I really thought I was walking into a trap here. I'm ready.
Don't fret. The captain here is right honorable. Usually.
Oh, no traps. Usually.
Sanja, Stellar Bay's got food and walls. And my people need both. If you'll have us, we're willing to share the space.
Do you have any idea what that would cost? Why, drawing up the budget alone is going to take weeks.
Oh my goodness. This is not... You don't have weak Sanjar. Zora's ready to storm the city, like, right now, dude. And what if the iconoclasts have just supported your
Not
support
good
line?
enough. I need to move a fair amount of my people into the city. We need shelter, Captain.
I mean, that's fair. I'm not saying live outside, just help out in the wilderness once in a while.
Suppose some of our healthier folk could offer aid. Some of us need to stay in the city proper, though.
Captain, this might really work.
Aw.
Truly, a compromise? I'm not sure I'd ever have heard as much from Graham.
Graham was a murderous fiend. And I'd be shocked if you didn't already know that.
Oof. This is tough. Careful, Zora. Graham was Sanjar's friend. They were definitely friends, but I don't think Sanjar knew. I don't think he knew at all.
This feels like one of those times when everyone at headquarters but me is laughing at something, but you two aren't laughing.
Amber Heights, you haulhead. 10 years ago, Graham had all those people killed.
What? That's not possible. Even for him, that's going too far.
I mean, we found correspondence between him and the pirates, so...
But that means... I had no idea, I swear. Look, we were both fed up with corporate leadership, but I never guessed he'd do something like that.
I think he's being truthful, Captain. I feel it in my gut. Kinda nauseous, but ticklish.
You can't take bureaucrats at their word. You back someone into a corner like this, and they'll say anything to get out of it.
He's not exactly backed in a corner, but take it back. You're here for your people and not the past.
Okay. You're right. Sorry. It'll take me a while to get over losing Graham.
You know, I felt the same way years ago, when he first left. You know, there was something magnetic about him that lets you ignore the things you didn't want to see. But surely you know what that's like.
Yeah, I I do. Okay, if you're willing to house and supply some of us, I'll have our more capable soldiers help out.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it. I hope this is hopeful about this alliance. 'Cause this
As
is just...
am I. Oh, I can feel my blood pressure lowering already.
Thanks for coming out, Sanjar. I, guess I'll see you at Stellar Bay.
We done a good thing, Captain. A real
We
good
did.
thing.
We
Lots of
did.
folks are gonna be better off because of this.
I think so too. But now everybody is leaving the church and everybody's happy. So this is the neutral ending. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much. Hey guys, thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. Who did you end up siding with in your playthrough? Let me know in the comments below and have a great rest of your day.